Hey guys, today I decided I would try something new and do a voiceover. So this is my first ever voiceover and yeah, there's something that I've been thinking about for a while. And sorry that I haven't uploaded. I just haven't really found something that I really wanted to upload until now. Um, and I got the background footage so it's not like a blank screen or anything. uh, Sorry, it's not like Minecraft parkour or anything. It's just me playing a bit. So, sorry about that. But also, I just realized I made this. I was playing for 40 minutes, 45 minutes. There ain't no way I can talk for 45 minutes about this. And I am terrible at editing and figuring out what I should cut out. But then again, I don't really need to worry about people being like, "Oh, you cut here." It's it's not like really a serious Minecraft thing or whatever. It's not a serious Minecraft thing or whatever. It's just background, and you're probably never gonna see this world again. I probably aren't. I'm probably not. Okay, I'm talking about. I'm getting out of out of something. Uh, I'm, going off on a side, mission. So basically, what I wanted to talk about was that I've recently been wanting to make a game, a video game. I'm sure a lot of people would want to do that, want to do that. But I've put some thought into it, and I've actually compiled some notes here, and the main reason for this video is that I'm sure I'll lose these notes eventually because they're written down on paper. I'll throw them away or something, not thinking about it. And if I record what's on them, at least, the basics of them, then they'll be there forever. If I decided I wanted to do it later and then, forgot everything. And I guess not further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing I have written on here is the title. Now I just thought I needed to title this something, but now thinking back, this doesn't really work at all. But for the record, it's one. I just wrote down wonder. I don't think that's gonna work. I even have temporary title next to it, but that's definitely going to need to go. It says a Metroidvania where none of the items are necessary. So I was almost inspired by things like Mina the Hollower. I mean, I haven't played the game, but I've heard it's great. I've heard stuff about it. There seems to be these items in it that you don't need to get, but they maybe enhance your gameplay somehow. Uh, it's I want to make a Metroidvania, so think Metroid Prime was my another inspiration. I kind of wanted worlds around that size, one the ice area, the Fendrana Drifts is one world, and then the Talon overworld is another one, the Chozo Ruins. Not those themes or anything like that. Just almost that scale. I wanted it to be a first person Metroidvania where none of the items that almost none of the items are required. Now in most Metroid games for the big items that give you new powers, you have to get all of them before you can progress the story. But I wanted to basically make a multiple choice game that still has game. Like depending on what you get, you'll take different routes throughout the game and find different story elements, stuff like that. I'm thinking of a first-person 3D game with somewhat linear branching paths. I wrote, and yeah, that's mostly what I told you. I don't want it to be too open world. I want there to be a very good story tying it to get a very Now another, like a very deep story, tying it all together. Like an inspiration for this was the Five Nights at Freddy's. Not in like the way the story is, like not like in the ghosts or horror or anything. Just like how all of the lore is done through little like secrets that aren't like obvious when you first look at them. Like you have to somewhat piece it together. Like you're not quite sure what's going on. The community doesn't know who, I don't know, like exactly Michael Afton's little brother is, but like we can kind of like get an idea. And I kind of wanted the story to be sort of like implied things, little bits that you'd have to like piece together. And maybe okay, so next up I have maybe main character stays out of sight until hidden ending. So here I had another like inspiration from a Metroid game. I think Metroid 2 Return of Samus, where at the end you take off the suit and it reveals Samus was a girl, which was like a big thing, and it was a big thing back in the day because the protagonists of video games, or a lot of things in general, just usually didn't happen to be girls. So to find out that the cool uh, space bounty hunter was, a girl was pretty cool back then. And I'm not saying that now. I more want it to be like the character is almost a blank, which is something that a lot of games use, where they make their character a blank slate, someone you can imprint upon and like insert yourself into the game. But I don't want that quite to be the case. I want it to like feel like that, but I want her to actually have a story, or him, I don't know, to actually have something coherent, some sort of motivation that is very hard to find, like I said in the last section, but is there. Uh, Maybe more magical items one way, more sci-fi another. That one I don't think I really want to do anymore, considering another idea I had down the line that I like much better. We can disregard that one, but again, I want everything on here, just, because. And maybe I'll make more of these if I ever decide that if I ever like find more stuff that I want to like think about. I think about more, and I want to record it somewhere. Maybe a super hard mode with no items. So yeah, I kind of want there to be like now this was almost inspired by like Undertale, where there's a genocide route, there's a pacifist route. I don't know if I can say genocide on YouTube. Well, basically, depending on what you do, you could either get the normal game, or if you go to like the extremes, either way, all or none, you can get two different, much harder endings. And I'd like both of those to be in this game. Definitely needs achievements with a satisfying sound. Yeah, I love achievements in games. They are probably my favorite thing to put in any game. And satisfying sounds with the achievements. It's just always good. Like when you get the big Minecraft achievements, like do do do. I want some sort of like little jingle there. Scratch that itch, make you feel like you've achieved something. I would like a somewhat deep story. I've already talked about that. Then here's the problem. I don't know coding. I'm broke, and people hate AI. So I don't know how I'd make this. Yeah, I I downloaded Unreal to try to figure out how that would work, and then both figured out that my PC is probably way too laggy to actually like handle anything like that. And I don't know, I just know nothing about anything like that. I mean, I could possibly make like the character models in like the textures, the world. I think I could build out the building blocks, so to say. I just don't know how I would code in mechanics or stuff like that. And I mean, I know a few people. Maybe I could get them to help. But like, I can't really pay anyone. And like AI coding is this whole new thing. Like YouTube's full of AI coding ads. But I really don't want to use that because I have a feeling people would not like that. Then I says maybe my dreams tonight will inspire me. And that's all from the first passage I wrote. And no, my dreams that night did not inspire me. In fact, I didn't remember a single one when I woke up. So, let's see, moving on. Okay, so at this point in the editing process, I've managed to cut out some footage. For any of those who are wondering, I just basically mined iron and got like full iron stuff. But moving on with the next entry I have. This one, okay, dark, maybe dark. Maybe a Joker type villain who wants to watch the world burn. He wouldn't have direct confrontation, but gives off the feeling that he's more sane than he wants you to believe. Yeah, I think I mentioned it later in here, but yeah, no. I don't think that's a good idea. I played around with that idea for a while. I just kind of wanted to write down like every thought I had about like every thought I could muster into this. But I don't think that would fit with what I've figured out now. And like, let's be honest, I don't think I could do it better than The Dark Knight already did. And the only reason I wanted to do it because The Dark Knight did it so well. And I love The Dark Knight. It's possibly my favorite movie ever. But yeah, that stuff is, again, it's going on the record just so I could see it later. Maybe see my thought progression, but like I don't want that in here as of right now. Definitely a lot more lore that would be difficult to find. I said this in the last one. Um, okay. This was like a day apart, I believe. I didn't give a date for this one, this entry. Okay. A story about waking up somewhere unknown, trying to escape. Disregard Joker thing, but maybe some kind of malicious entity. Now, that is still something that I might want to like double down to, or double back for, but I don't currently think so. I some I definitely want I definitely want to like wake up somewhere unknown, but I don't think the trying to escape thing is something that I want. I I feel like there should be like a purpose for the story, something that like gives it meaning other than like, strange place, escape. And there's good stories, I'm sure, that are like that, but I just don't think I want this one to be one. Maybe some kind of malicious entity. Now, even with the new idea I came up with, that doesn't really pertain to the Joker thing or any of the like a lot of the more story things that I thought of previously. I do think maybe some sort of background malicious entity could be cool that like stays out of hiding and maybe isn't even there, but like you feel like something's there. Now I feel like something's here. um yeah, that's basically all I have for this part. So, on to part 3. Part of this recording. The Well, I guess maybe we got another one. I drew a sort of preliminary map on the back of this page where like you start off in one world slash room, and then depending on like what item or items you get, you can then go to like there's like three doors out of there that each lead to a different room, and then out of each of those rooms there's like two other rooms, and out of those rooms there's like two endings each, or maybe more. And then if you're in certain rooms, you could double back to rooms that are the complete opposite like path, but it would be like a one-way thing. They're secret endings. Uh, I don't know if like this is just like an idea. I'm sure once I like get ideas for the different worlds slash, I almost think maybe I want them to be more like big rooms, almost like a puzzle type thing each. But I'd I think I'd want some sort of structure like this, almost a spider web, like working its way out from the middle, and a ton of different endings that all have like different lore. Then there's like an all items route if you get like all the items or maybe like solve all the puzzles up to a certain point. You'd get access to a secret ninth room slash world, and then you'd be able to, it would be like extra hard, and you'd get a secret end if you managed to beat it. And then, of course, like another secret one for if you somehow managed to get through with like no items, where I'd probably have to leave like secret paths that would like let you cheese the game. That if you managed to do all of, but they'd have to be like pretty hard. If you managed to do all of them, then you get to do the even harder world where you'll get another secret ending for it. Now this one would be probably a one where I'd go more crazy because it wouldn't really be canon to the story, but because the canon ending I feel like would be the all items one. So I just kind of want to have fun and like make something really really cool for the for secret end for the no items route. Yeah, but I put another random secret end in the middle somewhere. I have a lot of branching paths that probably don't work, and I think maybe they need to be less interconnected, more like spiraling out and not like spider webbing. Like once you go down a path, you can't just jump to another one. I think I may have to do that. Is that still spider webbing? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna finish up this recording and upload this tomorrow. Well, next up is the part 3. This is something that I wrote earlier today, so I should remember why I wrote what I did a little bit more. Okay, so the last thing I have here is my current thoughts on what I want the game to be. And there are a lot of like cool games and like just stories out there, like in general, about like these ancient like myths, the mythological gods and such. Like you have like Hades and Hades 2, they have like Greek stuff, Greek mythology. The Percy Jackson series, which I love, like all those Rick Riordan books. They have Greek, Roman, Egyptian for and like the spin-offs have Egyptian, Norse, Ptolemaic. Is that how you say it? But like that kind of stuff I've always loved, and like I had a thought. What if there was one of those about like the Catholic religion? Not like exactly one of those, but like a game. that has its story tied in heavily. And the closest I can really think of is Indiana Jones stuff. I played Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. That is not a game, that is a movie. I played The Great Circle, and I loved it. But, like, also being a Catholic myself, I I thought, like, what if I made a game that had, like, elements of Catholicism, catechism, being elements of the Catholic, like, religion in it. Mostly in the characters and story beats. So I wrote idea, final boss, the Guardian of Eden, the flaming angel with a flaming sword. The items you get could be heavenly virtues or something like that. So I was thinking, the final boss on the true ending route would be a giant angel with a flaming sword. That sounds cool. And you're like trying to get into Eden, probably to get the fruit of life, because I think I'll explain it later. Then like heavenly virtues, the items, like they give you like magical powers, and each one is like linked to something good. Something like I think there are heavenly virtues. I feel like each one would be linked to one of them. And then I wrote all items boss is the angel, no items boss is maybe the Grim Reaper, maybe too generic. Maybe a giant gray silent figure with thin limbs and ribs showing. And spoilers ahead for the game that isn't out and very possibly could never be out. And like I haven't even started working on it. These are just some rough ideas I have. One rib appears to be missing, hinting that it's Adam. So, yeah. Then there's some stuff about the names Gadriel or Shamziel, which are apparently names of two of the cherubim who guard Eden. Maybe the main character wants to get to Eden to find a fruit to live forever, or maybe to save a dying loved one, which that makes me think like maybe the like true ending is you. Oh, you're lost, Monkey King. What's he doing? Maybe the true ending is you like find it, but then you don't like take it because like you realize it's bad. Yeah. Okay, I don't care, Monkey King. You can stay there in your little Minecraft world. So wait, am I a prisoner? No, no, you're not a prisoner. Monkey King, you're not a prisoner. You're just. What are you writing? I'm getting out of here. You're not a prisoner. No need to get out. You don't need to get out. You're not a prisoner. No. Sorry guys. I think my Minecraft guys are rebelling, one way or another. Don't do anything rash, Monkey King. So yeah, that's my idea, guys. This is kind of just a journal to like hopefully where are you going, Monkey King? Like maybe just keep these somewhere safe, because I know these papers that I haven't written on are probably going by, like they're probably going to be wrecked at some point, and I don't want to lose the ideas. Where are you going, Monkey King? No, Monkey King. Monkey King, no. No. You can't keep me. Monkey King, no, we can talk about this. No, Monkey King. Don't jump off, no!